program is brought to you by Newsworks in cooperation with the City of Eau Claire. This program is simulcast on WRFP-LP 101.9 FM.
Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Honestly, it's not.
We do have a quorum. Thank you for those of you who are here. And the first item of business is the minutes from the meeting of October 23rd, 2018. They were in your packet. Any additions or corrections? If there are none, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. Third item on the agenda is financial statements.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I don't see our finance department staff here this morning. I know they've been quite busy assisting the assessors the last few weeks, so that is in your packet. I'm happy to walk through those or answer any questions if you happen to have any.
Let me ask the board, are there any questions? They were in our packet. Okay, if there's no questions and pretty typical presentation, I'll ask for a motion to approve financial statements as presented.
So moved.
Second? Moved and seconded to approve the financials. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the financials as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Financials are approved. Morning. Okay, the next order of business, closed session. The Redevelopment Authority will convene in closed session to, 1, discuss the terms and conditions of the relocation plan and purchase agreement for the purchase of properties located at 1704 Oxford Avenue and 106 Cameron Street. 2, to discuss the negotiation strategy regarding the terms and conditions of the purchase of property located at 2000 Oxford Avenue. 3, discuss the terms and conditions of an intent to reach a development agreement, MOU, for land on Oxford Avenue and adjacent properties in the Cannery Redevelopment District. And 4, discuss additional information in the terms and conditions of an intent to reach a purchase agreement, memorandum of understanding for the proposed projects at 126 North Barstow Street and 214 North Barstow Street in the North Barstow Redevelopment District, which is permitted in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.851E. Can I get a motion to put us into closed session, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. We are now in closed session. I'd ask the public to please leave and any recording devices or video devices to be turned off. And first item on the agenda now is item number 4. Motions related to the relocation plan for 1704 Oxford Avenue and 106 Cameron Streets and the purchase of properties in the Cannery Development District. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no, we're going to, okay. Pardon?
Are you ready for a motion?
Yes, we are.
This is actually structured as 2, so let me see if I can combine it. I hereby move to approve an intent to negotiate a purchase agreement with a memorandum of understanding as presented, or in a substantially similar form, for 126 North Barstow Street and 214 North Barstow Street in the North Barstow Redevelopment District.
Hang on.
Wrong
Nope. Wrong one. Help me with this, Steve. Go ahead.
That you have.
Right.
Right now, we're on item number 4. So what we're talking about is properties that are at 1704 Oxford and 106 Cameron. So the first item we're looking for is direction on relocation plans. Next, we'll be looking for authorization to purchase those properties and also the property at 2000 Oxford.
All right, we'll reset it. You ready? Given the shortage of affordable residential housing in the area at this time, following the purchase of these properties, in addition to allowing the tenants to remain pursuant to the terms of their respective leases, as further required by state law, the RDA shall offer up to $1,000 per tenant for reimbursement of relocation expenses, including but not limited to moving costs, assistance with security deposits, and such other charges as the RDA shall approve. do it?
My only suggestion would be, there may be multiple tenants in each dwelling unit. Just to clarify, intent of the mover is that it's $1,000 per dwelling unit.
Per dwelling unit.
Okay, so Tom made that motion? He seconded it. So are we having Jeff explain that?
Evidently, but is that the motion that you two accept that motion as friendly?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you. It's moved and seconded to handle that as Jeff described. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, everyone. The next is motion of intent to negotiate purchase agreement memorandum of understanding.
Two more motions.
Excuse me,
So
Sorry,
the,
Mr. Chair. There are two more motions related to.
two more motions.
That
hit me with that. Show me. The chair apologizes for his confusion. There we
I
go.
only have the one here. The other ones are,
Do you have them?
there's, I see that one, Ken.
There are two more with purchase. Those are relocation.
Okay.
This was supposed to be bundled.
Separate motions for purchasing.
Okay, now we have motions for purchasing.
This is the, I hereby move to approve an intent to negotiate a purchase agreement memorandum of understanding or substantially similar form for land on Oxford Avenue and adjacent properties in the Cannery Redevelopment District. Is that what we're looking for?
No. Do you go see what they have?
Any more successful?
That's what the chair was saying to
We have all these separately listed out, but not numbered, I'm realizing is
Yes, I
perhaps
think
part of the
that's
issue. so.
causing some of the issue
Yeah.
there. Our apologies to our audience.
This one is for 2000
Yes,
Oxford.
yes, so that, and then there's one more related to this. Where's the other,
Does Jeff have with me? 'Cause
We
there's only
handed them
one.
out
This one
without
is
any
for-
indication as to which order they should be.
Yeah.
this is the one we've done, and then these two need to happen next.
Okay,
Okay.
but that's what he was reading.
No, I was reading this
Oh,
one.
that
Right.
one.
So
Okay.
you want me to read this one out?
Yes, and then.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Just, with this all been taken care of, we know what's going on.
Right.
Mr. Kemp, Dr.
Everything's
Kemp,
under control.
please.
I hereby move to approve the purchase of 1704 Oxford Avenue and 106 Cameron Street in the Cannery Redevelopment District.
Second,
Second.
discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next motion. Janine?
I hereby move to authorize staff to start the acquisition process for property located at 2000 Oxford Avenue in the Cannery Redevelopment District.
Okay, second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. Now I think we go to item number 5. Am I correct, gentlemen?
Correct.
Thank you. Again, thank you, and apologies from the chair for the confusion. Number 5, motion of intent to negotiate purchase agreement memorandum of understanding for land on Oxford Avenue and adjacent properties in the Cannery Redevelopment District. And I think this was, well, let's have the motion, please.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I
Please.
have a copy of that motion. Thank you. And I have a few different words on mine, so perhaps for the good of the cause, I could read it and
Please.
then I can accept my own friendly.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. I hereby move to approve an intent to negotiate a purchase agreement memorandum of understanding as presented, comma, or of substantially similar form, comma, for land on Oxford Avenue and adjacent properties in the Cannery Redevelopment District.
Okay. Who's second? They're comfortable with that?
seconded.
Okay. All right. Any discussion?
Friendly's friend.
Thank you for catching that. No further discussion, all in favor?
This is where you want it, Miss? oh.
You want me to do it before, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, hang on for that. Mr. Warner is in the room, and this impacts your development. I don't know that have you presented before this board before? Not yet. Okay, well, guess what? You get a chance. Come on up and tell us a little bit about your company, and your vision, and so that we could be a little more comfortable with moving forward.
Sure. So my name is Tyler Warner. I'm from Eau Claire originally. Been in Madison doing multifamily market rate housing for about 8 years. Over the past year, I've been kind of refocusing on looking at different communities throughout the state and landed in Eau Claire as my first one here, and looking at partnering with WIDA and then with a syndicator that would buy the tax credits for this housing development. I did a market study with Baker Tilly and found out that there's waiting lists all over for these Section 42 low-income housing units as well as market rate, so the market's very strong. Specifically in Eau Claire, places like Janesville, places like Madison, Wisconsin. Madison even has a couple developments that have hundreds and maybe 1,000 or two on the waiting list for these types of low-income housing. And Eau Claire does as well. We just got the market study back last week. So my idea here is to create an opportunity for the city to maybe partner with me, and if we can figure out some sort of partnership in regards to TIF as well to make the project feasible, then we could provide for more workforce housing units. I'm looking at applying for 4% credits on the state level and 4% credits on the federal level, and providing for at least 20% of the units being for workforce housing residents.
Okay, thank you. Questions or comments? Catherine?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Warner, for introducing yourself to us a little bit more. Can you share a little bit about, after looking around the state, how did you decide to come back to Eau Claire? What brought you back?
Yeah, so I've been in Madison kind of doing high-end market rate housing for individuals who are millennials that are making anywhere from $70,000 to $90,000 out of school. Specifically the demographic of workers that have started at Epic Systems. But in Madison, I've realized there's been a huge gap of housing need in regards to low income, but also in Eau Claire because of the fact that there's a lot of market rate product downtown, but not necessarily low income housing. And I came back because I have a few properties here as well. I work with my dad. My father's Ray Warner, and he has a few properties, and I think he bought his first house in Eau Claire when he was like 17 or 18 years old. I really wanted to get back to help my father figure out his property management, getting that cleaned up a little bit, and then also just working on new opportunities for the city of Eau Claire.
Thank you, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, we've got the motion on the floor. There was no discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. The next item is item number 6, motion of intent to negotiate purchase agreement memorandum of understanding for 126 North Barstow Street and 214 North Barstow Street. Do we have a motion for that? Janine?
I hereby move to approve an intent to negotiate a purchase agreement memorandum of understanding as presented or of substantially similar form for 126 North Barstow and 214 North Barstow Street in the North Barstow Redevelopment District.
Okay, second?
Second.
Seconded? Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
I think we just want to express our gratitude to all those who made proposals. It's one of the strongest groups of proposals I think the RDA has ever received. We're very grateful.
Okay. And we just want to make sure that it is the Pablo Properties LLC that we're giving this 90 days to. I'll second what you said, that this was really, our last meeting was 4 really great projects, and we greatly appreciate it, and I think we have a great group of developers who appreciate it. Looking forward to hearing what Pablo is going to do. So it's been moved and seconded. Any other further discussion? Catherine?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was struck by maybe a phrase that came to mind, and just thinking about all of the projects and really what's happening in downtown Eau Claire. And the phrase that comes to mind is the public space is a family space. And I see that's what we have as a potential opportunity in front of us. And when we think about building Eau Claire for future generations, really making sure that our public space and our spaces that may be acquired do help families of all generations thrive.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's vote on the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Excellent. Now, on item number 7, interim executive director's report. Mr. Interim, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is most likely going to be my last interim executive director's report because we will be graced by a bona fide economic development professional.
A real one?
Yes, at our next meeting on Wednesday, December 19th, because I have the honor of announcing, if you've not yet heard, it was announced last Friday, that after a nationwide search that City of Eau Claire has selected Mr. Aaron White as the next economic development manager for the City of Eau Claire. Mr. White has a diverse background, 17 years of experience in economic development. So excited to have him come here from his most recent appointment in Kansas. He does have family in Wisconsin, so coming up to Eau Claire here, looking to start on or around December 10th. So very likely see
Okay.
him here seated in this position at your next meeting. But it's been an honor to help and serve in the interim with a lot of great help flanked on either side, inclusive here, Mr. French and Mr. Nick in particular, assisting with keeping things moving from a staff perspective those last few months, while Mr. Schatz, I'm sure, has been enjoying his time out in the wilderness hunting instead of here. So
Very good.
all right,
All right, any other announcements or correspondence, fan mail or anything?
just yes, you've seen all the fan mail that there is to see, but we're looking again Wednesday, December 19th.
Yes.
Will be the next scheduled meeting, and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving in the meantime.
Okay, everybody going to be able to make that meeting? No, Catherine? No, Janine? Because we have some special members who are, that's their last meeting. So I'm sorry that you won't be able to attend, but that'll cut down on party costs, so we'll be under budget. All right, and Scott, thank you very much for the couple of meetings, we really appreciate it. So with no other agenda items, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
This program was brought to you by a cooperation between Newsworks and the City of Eau Claire. A transcript of this meeting is available for the hearing impaired. It will be available within 7 days of this telecast. Call 715-839-4912 or TDD 715-839-1689 or write Eau Claire City Clerk, P.O. Box 5148, Eau Claire, Wisconsin 54702-5148. Newsworks is made possible by continuing community support. If you would like to volunteer or make a donation, please contact us via phone at 715